Alright. So we are going to do some fill in the blank notes real quick. Just kind of refresh our minds on volume, and then we're going to do our open up lesson. Alright, so the volume of a 3D, or if you want to write three-dimensional, it's up to you, figure is a measure of the amount of space it occupies. Volume is measured in cubic units. And a unit cube is a cube with an edge length of 1 unit. The volume of a rectangular prism is the product of the height, length, and then the formula of the volume of a rectangular rectangular prism is length times width times height. All right, give me a thumbs up when you have this written down. Alright, so we're going to use that formula to complete both of these shapes. So we know that volume equals length times width times height. So for this one, we're going to do V equals 10 times 6 times 5. What is 10 times 6? Ronnie? 60. And what is 60 times 5? Levi? And then this is meters cubed. So your volume equals 300 meters cubed. All right, and then do the next one as well. So 20 times 2 times 5. Stand up when you have your answer. Stand up when you have your answer for this one. William, stop, son. Alright, what is 20 times 2? Try up. And 40 times 5. Christiana? So 200 inches. Alright, so that's kind of a review. So let's slide over to dealing with volume with fractional edges. So volume is volume of a 3D figure is the measure of amount of space that it occupies. We measure it in cubic units, and then you can find the volume of what? What are these two shapes? Emily?
Rectangular.
Rectangular prisms with, and then look at the numbers on the side. What are they? Aiden?
Fractions.
So we'll call this fractional edges. Alright? reminder that to multiply fractions, you multiply straight across. And then to multiply mixed numbers, we have to change them to improper fractions. All right, so what is the formula when we do volume of fractional edges? What's the formula when we do volume of with fractional edges? Does it change? No, it doesn't change. It's still gonna be length times width times height. What's the only difference between this rectangular prism and the first rectangular prism? Delilah? It's got fractions. Alright, so we're gonna write B equals 5/6 times 1/2 times 1/2. Okay? So we're gonna multiply straight across. So 5 times 1 gives me what? 5. And then 5 times 1 gives me what? 5. 6 times 2 gives me what? 12. 12 times 2 gives me what?
24.
Can we simplify 5/24?
No.
Why not? Raise your hand. Why can we not simplify them? Okay.
I'm just going to.
Right. Alright, so now this one over here, what do you notice about this number? What do you notice about that number right there? What do you notice? Noah? Alright, so now before we get started, what do we have to do with our mixed number?
My mixed number by the denominator.
So we have to change it to what? Alright, so over here I have 3 1/2, so I'm going to multiply 2 times 3, which gives me what? Oh, shit. 2 times 3 gives me what? Hey, Lisa.
6.
Okay. And then I take that answer and I add 1 to it. So raise your hand and tell me what is 6 plus 1? 7. And what is my denominator, Kaya? Alright, so this becomes 7 halves times half times 3/4. Alright, so multiplying straight across. What's 7 times 1? 7 times 1. Kashana?
7.
Times 3? 21. Alright, what is 2 times 2? 4. And 4 times 4? 16. Now, sometimes you can leave your answer as 21/16 or an improper fraction, depending on what your answers are. In this case, we are not going to. So how do we change this improper fraction back to a mixed number? All right, Delilah.
You divide 16 into 21.
Okay, how many times does 16 go into 21, Mikhail? 1 time. All right, so we end up with 1 and 5/16. So our answer is 1 and 5/16 inches cubed. All right, so go ahead, put this to the side. Don't glue it in though. Get out the next sheet of paper that I gave you. So you're looking at your unit lesson. So it says number talk, multiplication strategies. All right, you are finding 19 times 14 mentally. Stand up when you have your answer. What do you need? Do you get one? All right, stand up when you have 19 times 14 mentally. Should only take you about a minute. Shouldn't probably even take you that long. About 15 more seconds. Five, four, three, two, one. All right, raise your hand and tell me what was your answer for 19 times 14. Jonathan?
266.
Okay, and what was your strategy?
First I multiplied 9 times 4, then I multiplied 9 times, then I multiplied 4 times 10. And then I just added it together, which got me 76. Then I multiplied 10 times 19, which gave me 190, and I added them together.
You said 190?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, let's go ahead and move on. You are going to need something to highlight, annotate, whatever you would like to call it. All right, number 1, it says, Jada was using square stickers with a side length of 3/4 inch to decorate the spine of a photo album. The spine is 10.5 inches long. If she laid the stickers side by side without gaps or overlap, how many stickers did she use to cover the length of the spine? All right, so this time through, we're gonna highlight. All right, so the first sentence, it says Jada was using square stickers with a side length of 3/4 inch to decorate the spine of a photo album. What's important in that first sentence? What's important in the first sentence? I need new hands, guys. Camden, what's important in the first sentence?
Square stickers with a side length of 3/4 inch.
Okay, so side length of 3/4 of an inch. All right? The second sentence says the spine is 10.5 inches long. What's important in that question? I need new hands, guys. I'm not asking you to do anything other than pull out the important information, which I know you can do. Troy.
The spine is 10 and
Okay? If she laid the stickers side by side without gaps or overlaps, how many stickers did she use to cover the length of the spine? Alright, so this one, side by side is important without gaps or overlaps. Why is that important? Why is it important to know that she's laying them side by side and there's no gaps in between them and there's no overlapping? Ronnie?
Because if you overlap them, like 1 and 2, you'll need more stickers than you're planning for.
Okay, and then the rest of that sentence is, how many stickers did she use to cover the length of her spine? So, the most important thing when dividing fractions is being able to identify what the total is. So which numbers are total, 10.5 or 3/4? Which ones are total? Cristiano? 10.5. All right, so we are doing 10.5 divided by 3/4. All right, what do we have to do with 10.5? Because we cannot divide it. What do we have to do with it first? Levi, either sit down or pay attention. So what do we have to do with this first? Emma?
multiply 10 by 2 and add 1.
So 10 times 2 equals 20 plus 1 equals 21. So this becomes 21/2 divided by 3/4. Are we ready to start our keep, change, flip process?
Yes.
Yes, we are. So we're keeping the first one, changing the operation, and flipping the second one. 21/2 times 4/3. So we know that the bottom number is 12. What is 21 times 4? Camden? 84. All right, obviously 84/12 doesn't tell us how many stickers she used, does it? So what do we have to do? Why are y'all looking at it like it's crazy? Oh, sorry, so I keep y'all around. My bad. I was just making sure you were paying attention. All right, so sorry. So 84/6 doesn't tell us how many stickers that we have, right? That's a weird number. I don't know what that number means. So what do we have to do with 84.6? No. What do we have to do with 84.6? How do we do that? Like, what do we can't leave it as 84.6 because that answer, even though it might be right, doesn't make sense to us to answer our question. Change it to a mixed number. So 84 divided by 6. How many times does 6 go into 8? Emma? How many times does 6 go into 24? Mila? So your answer to this one is the number of stickers is going to be 14. Okay. All right. The next one, number 2. How many 5/8 inch binder clips laid side by side make a length of 11 1/4? All right, what's important in this question? How many 5/8 inch binder clips? What's important in that little section? Mikael? Okay, what else? Laid side by side, is anything important in that question? Easy, Camden? I was telling you easy because you're shooting caps of highlighters everywhere. Is there anything important in that next part of the sentence, Camden, where it says laid side by side?
Length of 11 1/4.
We're not there yet. In the section that says laid side by side, is there anything important? Yes, Camden, you're right. Side by side is important. All right, make a length of 11 1/4, and obviously 11 1/4. Bless you. Which one is our total? 5/8 or 11 1/4? Emily.
11 1/4.
Okay, so this is our total. All right, so what do we have to do with 11 1/4? I have the same people, so those of you with your hands up, put your hands down, because you can no longer participate. You can't participate. Kylie, how? All right, so I have 45/4 divided by 5/8. Am I ready to start the change flip?
Yes.
So I keep my first fraction, change my operation, and flip my second fraction. All right, I know my bottom number is 20. Stand up when you know what 45 times 8. All right, William, what is 45 times 8 equal?
45 and 8 equals 360.
All right, does 360 20ths tell us how many binder clips will fit?
No.
No, so what do we have to do with this? What do we have to do with it? I need new friends. Put your hands down. Put your hand down. Put your hand down. 360 divided by 20. How many times does 20 go into 36? Olivia? And how many times does 20 go into 16? Wyatt? How many times does 20 go in, I'm sorry, not 16. How many times does 20 go into 160? Close. What times 2 gives you 16? You said 8, right? Mm-hmm. All right, so your answer is for the binder clips, 18. All right, this next question, it takes exactly 26 paper clips laid end to end to make a length of 17 7/8. Estimate the length of each paper clip. So I want you to think for a second, and then I want you to tell me how long you think the paper clip is. All right, again, we know that 26 paper clips laid end to end make the length 17 7/8. All right, take about 30 seconds and then stand up. You're just guessing, so it's okay. Kaya, what'd you say? Okay, so we have, you said about 1.5 inches. All right, did anybody come up with something different? Zoe? 8 inches? So there's 26 paper clips. Let me give you a visual. So you're telling me that this one paper clip is 8 inches. Okay, so I'm okay because it's just a guess, right? It's okay, but it's also gonna be a little bit reasonable. Sometimes you just gotta think. Hey, Ronnie, what do you think? 7/8. All right. Okay.
6/8.
Okay. Okay. So what do you notice about all of these? So starting with 4/5, and then all the way up to 1.5. So essentially, we're estimating that it's anywhere from about half to 1.5 inches. Okay? For B, it says, calculate the length of each paper clip. Show your reasoning. Now, be careful with this. Which one is our total? Which one is our total? 26 or 7 7/8? Ronnie?
17.
Or, yeah. So 17 7/8 is our total. Why is 26 not our total?
Because that's how many paper clips that we have, and we need to figure out how much, or how long they're.
Right. So this is your total. This is also a smaller number than the other one. So we cannot get in that mindset that 26 is bigger, therefore it's gotta go first. That's not true. Alright, so you have 17 and 7/8 divided by 26. As a group, you are solving this problem. I am giving you 2 minutes. Stanley will be finished before then. You can work together. Bless you. 45 seconds. Alright, let's go ahead and go over this. Excuse me. When you change 17 and 7/8 into an improper fraction, what do you get? Kylie?
No, that's the answer, 143 over, 8.
Alright, so 143 over 8. Then with 26, do we leave it as 26 or what do we have to do with that? Mikhail. Alright, now we do our keep change flip. So we have 143 over 8 times 1 over 26. Alright, then what do we do? Ronnie?
You do 143 times 1, you get 143. Then you do 8 times 26, and you get 208.
Alright, now, technically we can leave this as this number, but we could also simplify this. Does anybody know what you divide it by? Okay, finish that part up. Stand up when you have your answer. Stand up when you have your answer. your head. So therefore, you should be pulling out 143 divided by 13. Then you should be pulling out 208 and dividing it by 13. All right, what is 143 divided by 13? Raise your hand. Lisa?
11.
And what is 208 divided by 13? 16. So the length of each binder clip is 11/16. So it's a little bit over half. So you guys were right with your measurements over here. All right. For time purposes, you're going to get your cool down. When you're done with your cool down, you are going to finish the 12.3. This will be homework if you don't get it done in class. Okay, so you have 12.3, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Y'all can handle those. Because it's just dividing fractions, it's just practice. Now, on your cool down, please be careful with the question. Because if you don't actually read it and annotate it, you're going to get it wrong. Please make sure you show all of your work. I would really like you to annotate. If you choose not to, I mean, that's your choice, but you must show all of your work. All right, turn this in, and then as soon as you're done, turn it into the first period pen, and then as soon as you're done with that, get started on your homework.